Respect is the foundation of every masculine relationship. Not love, not lust, not compatibility, but respect. And when that respect begins to fade, everything else collapses quietly behind it. Most men don't notice until it's too late. They think she just changed, that she became cold, distant, difficult. But the Stoic truth is, she didn't change, she responded. She adapted to what you became. So if you're wondering whether you've lost her respect, here are 5 signs not to make you spiral, but to make you sharpen. The first sign is subtle silence. She stops asking you for your opinion, not because she doesn't want your input, but because she doesn't believe it carries weight anymore. She used to ask you about decisions, plans, goals, direction. Now she just moves, independently, without looking back. And the more this happens, the more you become an observer in your own relationship. Second sign, testing turns into contempt. All women test. It's not manipulation, it's instinct. A test is her way of asking, are you still solid? Can I trust your spine? But when you fail those tests consistently, when you fold, when you avoid, when you appease, instead of lead the tests, turn to jabs, sarcasm, mockery, eye rolls, passive disrespect. Not loud, just sharp. A woman who respects her man doesn't feel the need to cut him even in anger. When she does, it means something's broken. Third sign, she starts leading the rhythm. She sets the tone of the household, of conversations, of direction. You follow her mood. You wait for her to be okay before you act. You no longer guide, you react. And she feels that shift. She doesn't always want control, but when you abdicate it, she'll take it to survive. And the more she leads, the more she resents you. Fourth sign, you feel like you're walking on eggshells. You monitor your tone. You soften your words. You over-explain. You second-guess yourself in your own home. You think that's maturity, but it's actually fear. A man who leads with presence isn't afraid of disagreement. He speaks with calm clarity and lets his frame do the talking. But when that frame disappears, she no longer feels held. She feels exposed. Fifth and final sign, intimacy turns into obligation or absence. She doesn't want to touch you, doesn't want to engage, or if she does, it feels mechanical, cold, forced. That's not about attraction, it's about polarity. And polarity cannot exist without masculine leadership. When she stops respecting the man, her body follows her mind. And no amount of begging, therapy, or romantic gestures can fix what masculine weakness has eroded. Type center in the comments if this hit you hard, not to shame you, but to bring you back to your spine. Because the answer is not to chase her. The answer is to reclaim yourself, to realign with your code. To bring back the presence, the edge, the certainty that drew her in, and not just for her, but for you, for your path, for your identity. Because you don't rebuild respect with words. You rebuild it with decisions, with actions that are consistent, quiet, and unshakable. You stop explaining. You start executing. You stop avoiding discomfort. You start welcoming the pressure. You stop folding to her emotions. You start becoming the anchor in the storm again. And whether she stays or not, that's not the point. The point is to never lose yourself again. To never let softness steal your center. To never let fear kill your edge. You are meant to lead, not dominate, not control. Lead with stillness, with conviction. With strength rooted in clarity, not aggression. Because the man who earns a woman's respect doesn't do it by pleasing her. He does it by becoming someone she never has to carry. Someone she can trust to hold the line when she's overwhelmed. Someone she can relax around because he's already done the work to lead himself. So if you're serious about becoming something real, something no one can take from you, type ALIN in the comments right now. And if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe.